Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Why I Hate This Movie. I'm your host, Derek Rios, with my co-host and my heterosexual life mate, Danny Newton. Say hi, Danny.
Hello, Derek. How are you?
I am good. Today we're going to be talking about, not the movie I want to be talking about, but its sequel.
Yes.
Jingle All The Way 2.
I would say probably the better movie.
Because I was like, I want to watch a good movie that I'm going to enjoy. Even though Jingle All The Way isn't a good movie, it's bad, but it's bad in a good way.
Right.
And you were like, no, fuck you. We're going to watch a shitty cash grab for Larry the Cable Guy.
I really wanted this movie to be worse than it was.
No.
I so wanted it to be worse than it was, but it just...
I had seen it, and it's literally just a cash grab. It's Larry the Cable Guy at his peak of, I'm going to throw out shitty movies that are just pretty much parody movies.
Yeah.
And
this movie wasn't even really that bad.
It was just...
I was wanting a train wreck. I was wanting something that was just completely white trash, just fucking awful.
Well, he's not white trash. That's the problem. Larry the Cable Guy is just from Wisconsin or some shit, and he doesn't even have the southern drawl normally.
Yeah.
He just pretends to be southern.
It's okay.
He ain't from around here.
He's a transplant. He's what do they call them, snowbirds or some shit like that down in Florida?
I don't know.
I gotta be honest, man. I didn't like this movie. Don't get me wrong. This movie didn't offend me. It didn't go out of its way to make me feel horrible.
It was just boring and with bad acting.
Yeah. Shockingly bad acting in some cases. This was definitely like made for television movie. When I was looking this up, I was really surprised that...
Did it get a theatrical release?
Oh, Lord, no.
Okay.
This was bankrolled by the WWE.
Yeah.
Because Larry's hetero life mate is a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually some stuff I really liked in this movie. Is that wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. The first thing on my note here says, fuck you, Danny.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I try.
So the movie starts off, and we got Larry and his adorable little daughter.
Yes.
Ice fishing.
Yeah.
Because...
that's what you do.
Yeah. Who doesn't love ice fishing?
Right.
Where's this movie take place?
I don't know. Vague up north town.
Okay.
Where it snows.
Good. Yeah, so pretty much we're introduced to Larry and his daughter, and there's something's happened in their relationship.
Right.
This woman who has zero attraction at all or sexual appeal at all for Larry the Cable Guy.
Right.
Married him and had a kid with him.
Yeah.
And then woke up from a coma and realized, oh, I'm married to this fucking fat slob.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wrote down. When the little girl's like, Mommy, Daddy, why didn't you and Mommy stay together? And Larry's just basically like, well, because I'm mentally disabled and poor. Now let's go on back to my camper trailer and cook these fish.
I don't know what happened in this person's life.
Yeah.
That they ended up with Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, that was the direction they took.
Yeah.
Like, because, I mean, she's an okay looking woman.
Yeah.
But, Larry looks more like me or you, right? There's no reason, like, they don't seem to have any kind of chemistry together. And they don't act like a divorced couple.
No.
At all.
They act like...
They act like they're perfectly happy to be together.
Yeah. They act like friends.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I'm pretty sure in this movie that Claude is actually Larry's wife.
Yeah.
Because they are always together all the time. Every time Larry's like, I'm going to do this dumbass thing, Claude's like, oh, you probably shouldn't do that, honey. You're going to read your child's note to Santa? No, it's sacred and special, and it's just for Santa. I think this dude's been dropped on the mat so many times he's mentally disabled too.
That's a nice way to put it. Yeah, this guy still believes in Santa Claus, apparently.
Right.
Then the stepfather comes in.
Yeah.
Victor, who's just super rich. So that automatically makes him evil.
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, for the most part, he didn't seem like he would be this bad of a guy.
No. The whole movie plot lines were just stupid. There's no real driving force behind it.
Right.
It makes no sense.
They live in a time in which the internet exists.
Yes.
They all have cell phones. They can just go to eBay on their phone and get some stupid stuffed animal.
Yeah. The whole plot is, Larry misreads this letter that his daughter wrote to Santa for what she wants, who is terrible at spelling. So obviously she's not getting the correct schooling that this.
I mean, she's Larry's kid.
Yeah.
So,
but you think with the stepmother remarrying and them having money now, they'd send her to some better, better education schools.
I will say this. Whenever he opened his daughter's Christmas letter and looked at it, I instantly knew what she wanted for Christmas.
Oh, really?
Instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the words were a little jumbled up at the end, but it's a kid's handwriting. Woo. You can filter through it.
Yeah.
But I instantly knew that she didn't want a fucking bear. She just wanted a dinner with her family, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? So
she wanted her family to come together.
Yeah. So.
But he read it as, what was it? I want a Clementine.
Yeah, some stupid bear.
Yeah. And it's pretty much the Elmo of that year.
It's definitely the Tickle Me Elmo or Beanie Baby fad or anything like that.
It's just a horrible, awful bear that repeats what you say.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So the funny thing is, it sold out at first, but unlike Jingle All The Way, which is just impossible to find at this point.
Where Turbo Man was a limited print run.
Yeah, and it was because that's how they make money. There has to be a demand and need. But every store in this movie got massive amounts of shipments to the point where he filled an entire truck.
Yeah. Victor
U-Haul truck.
Yeah, Victor basically filled an entire warehouse side with these stupid bears. And I felt like, I knew every plot that was going to be in this movie pretty much. I knew that, he was going to get caught trying to do all the stupid stuff with the bears, and he would end up giving them out as Christmas presents to save face. I figured that one out on my own. But there was, that dude going around and snatching up toys and stuff like that from all these shops, that gave me it gave me PTSD. This is why I can't fucking buy a PS5 or get a graphics card. It's fucking assholes like this.
Well, if you go and actually buy something in a store that's in demand like that, normally there's a one per customer limit. And if they're making people line up to wait, they're not going to let the first fucker just come in there, buy them all out and scalp them.
Well, how many you got? 600? You don't take them all.
And they're just like, I guess she has a bunch of nieces. No, this guy's obviously scalping them. And the store's not going to let that happen.
Yeah. I figured that he would end up getting caught snatching up all these bears. And something would happen to where he gives them all out to the audience, essentially, right? But I didn't really hate any of these characters. All these characters kind of were okay. Like, I liked the little girl well enough. Larry, honestly, he seems like a dad. Does he not?
I mean, yeah, he's a typical Southern dad.
Yeah. Like this, I mean, it did talk to the white trash in me. I can't lie.
Oh,
but
you need a moment?
I don't need a moment. But
so Victor and his henchmen. I mean, Victor's supposed to be the bad guy, but his whole thing is he's not really a bad person.
No.
He just wants to compete with Larry.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, and that's the problem with the stepfather figure in anyone's family. Like,
yeah.
You're always going to be second.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard to come in because how old's the little girl? What, she's 5, 6?
Oh man, she still believes in Santa, which I mean, I do too, right?
Yeah, I mean Santa's real. Like he brought me coal this year.
Yeah,
probably because of you.
Oh, good old Scott Calvin. I mean, she's probably at the age she should know, right?
Yeah, well, like 5, 6. Yeah, then you start kind of understand how things work.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's slow.
Very. Like
the friend, when they see the advertisement, the friend's like, man, I wish I had a bear. When I was a kid. I was like, really? Is that, I don't know many male children that wanted a talking like an Elmo or anything. Did you want an Elmo? Did you know any boys that wanted Elmos?
We're about the same age. Like what toy is it that you wanted at about 5, 6 years old?
It was Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah. It was Ninja Turtles. I mean, maybe when I was like 3 or 4, I wanted Elmo. That's when I was like in the Sesame Street. And, you have like daycare and you get out of daycare early and you come home and that's what's on TV.
I never had like a thing for Elmo. Mine was Ninja Turtles.
Which I don't even remember Elmo being on there.
Because when I was about that age, they had the Ninja Turtles where like their head pushes down and pops back up out of their body and stuff like that. And you had essentially what I refer to as the good Ninja Turtles and the cheap Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The good Ninja Turtles were like that darker looking green. And they had like all their weapons and stuff like that. And they were really cool. And
they had joints.
Yeah, they had joints and stuff. Mm-hmm. Then you had the cheap Ninja Turtles. They were that brighter color of green, and you could tell that they were just generic molded. And I always ended up with the
only thing
Ninja
moved
Turtles.
was their arms and legs.
Yeah. But yeah,
I had the good ones.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of them.
I wanted those, and I had a cousin that actually had like the entire Transformers collection.
Okay,
and I really wanted those too. Like those were the two.
I never got into Transformers, but I did like Beast Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Beast Wars was great. But no, after Ninja Turtles, are straight into X-Men, and then it's just been downhill since then.
Yeah. But no, there was no point in time where I could see like my parents or anything trying to just fill for a stuffed animal. No.
I mean, I did have stuffed animals, but it was more like a sentimental thing. But, like my mother used to buy me stuffed animals. So
get your comfort bear. Got to cuddle up with it.
I threw them away.
After I watched this movie, I threw away every stuffed animal I own.
Santa's not real.
This movie it wasn't that bad. For a G-rated children's movie, you can obviously tell that we're not the target audience for this. If you sat your kids down in front of this, there wouldn't be a problem with that.
I don't know. Some of these fart jokes go a little too far. Did Larry use his catchphrase this movie? Did he say "get her done" once?
I don't think he did.
So. I think in all the other ones he says "get her done" at some point. But
so all the jokes in this were very weak. The beginning of this was okay. The end of this was okay. The entire middle section where he's, running around getting one up, trying to get this stuffed animal. It was all nonsensical. And it was honestly the weakest part.
The whole movie was weak. What are you talking about?
I get it, but we're also talking about a G-rated children's film. Even for a kid's film, the middle part was weak. Because even a kid from that day or today would just be like, just buy it on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Just buy it on eBay. Go to Amazon.
Yeah.
Go to this toy store's website and direct order it. So that part was just really it was really bad. It was just busy work.
Mm-hmm.
But
the first half of the first the first part of the movie is just Victor going around throwing his money at and giving this girl whatever she wanted.
Yeah.
And making everything grand and huge.
Man.
And then Larry going and being like, well, I'm going to do a redneck cheap knockoff version of that. The lights, when he hooks up the Christmas lights, which he should have died.
Yeah.
And he should have burnt down his stupid trailer.
Yeah. I went to school with people who had parents that were victors. And yeah, they were all assholes. They were all moneyed assholes. I'm just saying, I knew I was poor.
Mm-hmm.
There was no fucking questioning it. I knew that I was on Larry's level. This poor child lives in two worlds. She spends half of her time being poor and half of her time being rich. It must be very confusing.
Well, she seems to be doing great with the divorce. Even for her age.
Yeah, she seems to be very okay with it.
Yeah. I don't know what they were like when they get together. I can't. I don't know. There's no connection between Larry and the mother.
This is true. But we don't know what the mother did before she married a rich guy. She could have been a crack whore. Exactly. She could have just been Larry's woman of the night whenever he parked his big rig. Because he's a truck driver, right? I'm pretty sure he's a truck driver.
Yes.
And
even though he never drives a truck in the movie.
Right.
But, it's off season.
Right.
For truck drivers.
Sure. Even though this will be their fucking busiest time of the year.
Yeah.
We'll just say it's off season.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, whenever he parked his rig, that was his call girl. And, he knocked her up and then married her because that's the right thing to do, is to marry the whore.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
If you knock the whore up.
Yeah, you got to marry the whore.
Yeah.
That's just.
And then, she was.
That's just the Christian thing to do.
Strung out on drugs and then had this baby who's probably addicted to drugs. And
right.
She changed. Yeah. She got her life together.
That's what I really took from this, is that Larry does meth and his daughter is a crack baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, definitely.
He's the fattest meth head I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know, man. I'm sure there's some pretty hefty meth heads out there.
Mm-hmm. So, while he's battling his meth addiction,
yes,
the mother gets clean,
yes,
and then finds this wealthy man,
right,
who's apparently the only rich person in this city,
yeah,
who owns a boxing company.
No, a box making company.
Oh, yeah,
they make boxes, cardboard boxes.
I mean, I guess someone out there does it.
Yeah. Woo.
It's pretty exciting stuff.
It is. Very innovative.
I mean, he's like the king of this town, man.
Yeah. Wait till we get to the shitty world where I'm a hero. Essentially, he's the Baron of this town.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What year did this come out?
2007.
Cool beans. Is that still a thing? Cool beans?
Sure.
Oh.
Cool.
Cool. There's the first poop joke was he's getting snowed on.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So they go ice fishing.
Yes.
And then turn around. There's somewhere where there's no snow. Because Victor has the snow imported, or gets like a snow machine.
Victor buys snow machines so they can have a snowball fight.
Yep. And Larry's like, well, I can do that. So he goes and gets a truck, fills the back full of snow, and then drives it down from the mountains.
Right.
He opens it up, which the water would already run out by now.
Yeah.
It's
not hermetically sealed.
This fucking U-Haul that he has is not sealed airtight to where this water would the snow would just melt and turn into water and blast out as the power of like a fire hydrant. I don't know. It's funny, right?
Yeah.
All the snow melts, of course, and just shoots out when he opens up and knocks him back. What else did he do? I actually did a little bit of research on this film.
I am amazed.
After all these stupid attempts to win his daughter over, whether they're fighting like stepdad versus dad.
Yeah.
They're at a diner with Larry and the daughter and the dumb friend Claude, and she has her letter and she's gonna mail it off, and of course Larry's like, "Oh, I'll mail it off."
Yeah.
And he lies to her because he wants to read it, right?
Right.
He goes and he's supposed to mail the letter off, right? To Santa.
Yeah. That's a real thing.
To the North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I look up, because I never really knew where these letters go, because I'm sure there's hundreds of kids or thousands of kids every year.
I think
that
I'm not sure what the post office does with them, but I do know that they legit pick them up and send them somewhere.
Yeah. So the letters actually go to there's a program called Adopt a Letter. There's a couple different things, right?
Yeah.
So they go. There's a program called Adopt a Letter that's for USPS, the United States Post Office, and what it is pretty much you get a letter. Mm-hmm. You sign up, and they give you one of these letters, and you respond to like you're Santa, and you buy them the gift.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's a neat little donation program where you can actually fulfill these children's dreams and actually pretend to be Santa and send them a gift.
That's really cool.
Some of the letters, just it's just a generic response. The post office replies, but they publish them online, so you can go and do that.
So you can legit go and adopt a letter.
Yep.
You got the website written down?
It's just on USPS website. I can't. All I remember is it's Adopt a Letter is what it's called, but I'm sure if come close to Christmas time,
that's really cool. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine being a kid and actually sending a letter off to Santa and getting a thing back in the mail and a note from Santa saying, "Bro, I heard you. Here's your dinosaur."
Yeah.
Like,
no, I couldn't. I mean,
that would be fucking amazing.
I wasn't that poor to where like it usually, I don't remember writing letters to Santa. First of all, normally I just tell my parents and they would just get what I wanted. So I didn't have that issue, but I mean, not everyone can afford that.
But I didn't know there was this kind of program. That's actually really cool.
Yeah. I learned that too. It was really neat.
I think I'm going to respond to a Santa letter next year.
Oh yeah. You're going to be some kid Santa?
Yeah, man. That actually sounds really neat. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's more magical than like any kind of regular donation.
What if your letter's like, "I want a pony"?
Well, shit, kid. Well, here's your My Pretty Pony box set, and
you're gonna break this little girl's heart.
Well,
I want a PS5.
Whoa. Well, we all fucking want a PS5, kid. You go talk to the scalper and give them $1,000, and they'll give you the PS5. That's the way it works.
Then we get to the middle of the film where it's just the henchman going around buying up all these bears before Larry's lazy ass gets out of bed to find one.
Yeah, this actually kind of reminded me of our life. Yeah, getting up at fucking 10, 11 o'clock. That's good enough to go out there and get one of these things, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have kids to worry about, so.
Oh, man. But
the henchman actually was probably the worst part of the film. Like, he's actually like the most evil character because, I mean, yeah, he's doing his job, but he goes out of his way to do his job.
He goes out of his way to do his job evil.
To be, yeah. Where he like steals the doll, or he takes the doll from the kid.
Right. There was one sequence in this that I actually did like. Okay. And it would have really worked if the scarcity of the toy would have been there.
Yeah.
But there was no toy scarcity. It's the sequence where he dresses up like a hobo to go get the bear from Santa, right?
Yeah.
Because Santa's giving out toys. And then he feels bad about taking this bear, and this little kid starts crying in front of him like, "I really wanted it, and my family's dead," or something. I can't remember what this fucking kid says. But he cons him out of the bear and just like, "Gotcha, sucker," and just takes off running. And it's like, that entire sequence would have actually worked if it wasn't for all this other stuff before it. Right? That and the bull riding thing wouldn't have been that bad if we didn't try to cheat the bull riding.
He does. Yeah.
I
they
really
have a competition.
Like I said, it gets to the white trash in my soul. I love the idea of a fucking bull riding competition to try to win something.
Yeah.
A Santa bull riding competition.
Well,
that was great.
So Larry cheats.
Yes.
And he just super glues himself to this bull. And then it backfires because he wins.
Mm-hmm.
And first place wasn't the bear. But you think first place would just get to choose. But it's okay because he got a trip.
Yeah.
For 2 to, I don't know, wherever.
Some fucking place nobody cares about.
Yeah. Somewhere not here.
But like those two scenes, if we would have actually had real scarcity of this toy where everybody was just blown out, there was no getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, the bullshit scarcity being made by the henchmen, then those two sequences would have worked.
Mm-hmm.
And they would have been good. Well, I mean, good for this movie.
Yeah.
Other than that, all the jokes in this were so weak. The jokes in this weren't really even funny.
They were Larry the Cable Guy jokes.
I know. And we are straight up talking about a comedian, though. At the time that this was made, like you said, it was bankrolling. Was the highest paid comedian in America. And couldn't manage to craft better jokes and skits than this.
I haven't watched a lot of his stand-up, but most of his stand-up's pretty clean. His family stuff.
Yeah.
I don't get the appeal.
I know. Blue collar comedy tour really isn't my thing either.
I like Ron White.
Yeah.
But Ron White's probably the realest of those 4.
Yeah. Foxworthy and Ingval are they're kind of fake people.
Yeah.
And then Larry is legit a fake person.
Mm-hmm.
So
but at least he admits it.
Yeah.
Larry and Ingval and Bill Ingval and Jeff Foxworthy. Yeah. They believe that they're from the South.
Yeah.
And what Southern people are like.
I don't think they really know what Southern people are like anymore.
No.
Not at all.
I don't really know if they ever did.
Once upon a time, but no, not anymore. But yeah, the writing's very weak. Even for a children's film, the writing is weak.
He tries to buy the doll off of those old twins that were randomly aggressive.
Yeah. They could understand what he was saying just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because we could all understand what he was saying just fine. And it was just a joke that didn't work. So much of this was just jokes that didn't work.
You don't see a lot of twins old that make it that old.
Yeah.
Usually one eats the other one by then, right?
Little known fact, that's actually Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's first acting role in many years.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Time hasn't been good to them at all.
Dang.
Drugs.
Drugs makes sense. Which is everyone in this movie battles a drug addiction.
Right.
Even the daughter.
Poor little crack baby.
It's the South, though. What are you going to do?
It's the north, the south of the north.
The south of the north. With those snowy mountains. Drivable range.
Right.
There's a dream sequence in this movie.
Was there? I don't remember.
Yeah, he dreams, he's looking.
Oh, yeah,
trying to get
dreams
a doll.
He's one of the bears.
Yeah, and there's like a lady walking down the street.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a stroller. And she's walking a bear down the street. Everyone is just juggling bears. Everyone has bears besides him.
Yep.
Yeah, he blackmails that Santa.
Mm-hmm.
And then gets conned by the kid.
Yeah.
And then chases the kid to a church.
Where the church instantly turns on him.
Yeah, where the church lets out and the kid's like, oh, he's trying to touch me or something, right? I can't,
something like that.
And, yeah, so the church immediately forms a mob and tries to murder
No. He tells the churchgoers, oh, he's just trying to steal my bear.
Oh, yeah.
The one lady already ran into him earlier while he was in the hobo clothes thinking he was poor. And I hate to break it to him, but he kind of is. He kind of is poor.
I mean, he keeps the money. He's like, yeah, I could use it. But, you know what? It's Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I don't, this is like right around Christmas.
Right.
Like a day or two before. And these people are getting out of church. And That's pretty typical of Southern people to immediately form a mob to chase this guy down with little to no information.
Right.
And,
straight up lynching.
Yeah. They're very violent.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, just instantly turn on him.
Then he gets a suspicious phone call because we have to do the knockoff scene for Jingle All The Way where he meets someone in a warehouse to buy these.
Yep. Shady back alley warehouse.
Yep.
Buying scout bears.
And I thought it was going to be the henchman, but it was the guy from the first store he goes to.
Yeah, the toy store. The fucking annoying guy.
Yeah. Who
loves his fucking job too much.
No, he hates his job. And they get arrested, which I don't know how. I don't know
because
why. Is that illegal?
I don't know. If you're trespassing, I guess it is. I don't think there's anything illegal about it.
And then we got our third poop joke.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. That's all I wrote down. Third poop joke. I think I missed the second one. Oh. Yeah, the friend believes in Santa poop joke. So, the end scene.
Yes. They're having the Christmas tree lighting or whatever for the town, right? This is obviously a company town.
It's being pretty much, it's being sponsored by Victor's company.
Right.
The boxing company.
So, essentially, everybody in town is there because, I mean, this town's probably the size of the town we come from. While all this is happening, I guess Larry decides, well, I'm just going to go to Victor's warehouse and steal one of these bears.
Yeah, he figures out that Victor's behind it.
Right.
Yeah, he's trying to find the bears, and him and Victor get into a not real fight.
Yeah.
And they get locked in this
warehouse full of bears.
Yeah.
Which they get out of, and it's real easy.
Barely an inconvenience.
Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Huh. You think there'd be like safety protocols against being able to lock yourself into a place like this?
Well, yeah, but you can just drive through the door with a forklift. That works.
They're sitting in there for like an hour.
And they finally remember, hey, we all got phones in our pockets. Yeah. Oh my God. But then their phones can't call out through a metal wall because they're in a rural area.
Yep.
And Verizon's like, nope, not fucking service in your town. AT&T's like, we don't exist.
So the mob finds out that Victor is the one that's been buying all the bears up in town.
Yep. And we go straight back to good old lynching.
Yep. Immediately.
Get the pitchforks. We're going to kill him over a stuffed bear.
Yeah. Larry helps him out and gives him the idea.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just go and give the bears away.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a bear, and he was doing it as a Christmas gift.
There's a Santa suit right there. Just go ahead and put her on.
Which was, it was a mistake, but it was a $40,000 mistake. That doesn't seem like, I don't know. That seems kind of costly.
Yeah, but, when you got all the money, what does it matter? He paid more than that for that stupid fucking tree.
I think he said he paid like $10,000 for that tree.
Oh. I couldn't remember how much. I just remember, my insurance is expensive.
Yeah.
Which I had to look it up too, because I thought with this movie being done by WWE, it would have more than just that one WWE guy in it, right? It doesn't.
No,
I expected at the very least, the woman selling Christmas trees, I expected her to be a WWE diva. No. Just an extra.
Yeah, Claude is the only WWE guy that they shove in this movie. They all work it out and have a nice Christmas together, and they figure out that that's what the little girl wanted all along.
Yep.
Because that's what every little kid wants, is just for their family to be together.
Bullshit. That is the last thing on their mind.
What would make sense is if mommy and daddy would get back together.
Yeah, that would make sense.
What a lot of recently divorced kids wish for.
Yeah. But Jeannie and Forrest can't get back together.
But this child understands that the drug addiction was just too much for the mother, and there's nothing that'll ever be able to bring them two back together.
Poor little crack baby.
The mother's not even in this movie.
Barely.
I think she's in 2 scenes, and she only has a couple lines. She might as well not even exist.
I can see not wanting to be angry or fight with a new step parent and stuff like that. I mean, I get it. I mean, I can understand trying to make good for a kid, right? I can understand maybe even legitimately liking a person, even on a friendship level. Just because that's your ex doesn't mean you still can't be friends with the new guy if he's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see why. I can see why she dumped me for you. But it doesn't even seem like it's that kind of thing, right? It doesn't seem like the mother left Larry for this guy.
The mother's a gold digger.
It seems like the mother left Larry and then just happened to remarry again, and it was this guy.
She obviously had an affair while she was still on the job and met this guy, and she was like, oh, I see an opportunity to get out of this horrible situation I'm in with this guy.
Yeah.
And be a gold digger, a gold digging hoe. And
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing no broke Larrys.
Broke Larrys. She's definitely not messing with any broke Larrys. It's a sad story. Yeah. I didn't get along with my first step parent.
Yeah. My bad. You okay, bro?
No.
I didn't mean to have this movie bring up some real trauma for you.
Yeah.
You gonna be all right?
No. I'll murder you later.
It's okay. So, like I said, overall, what do you think?
Oh, this movie sucked.
I mean, yeah, it sucks.
This movie had a $5 million budget.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
$5 million.
Yep.
WWE got a steal.
Anthony Corelli is Claude. I don't know. Maybe he's new.
No. It's Santino.
Well, that's his
performing name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Santino Marella is his performing name. I say, honestly, like, WWE got a pretty good bargain for this movie. You know they had to have done more than 5 million in DVD sales.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. But, no, this movie sucked. It was boring. Whatever. It's forgettable. We watched it. I watched it like over a week ago, and I couldn't remember anything.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's boring, but I'm not the target audience. I mean, seriously, I'm not the target audience. It's, like I said...
You're kind of Larry's perfect target audience.
Not really.
Yeah, poor and southern.
Yeah.
And drug addicted.
What? I'm not drug addicted. But no, the comedians I watched coming up was... I watched a lot of Richard Pryor. I watched a lot of George Carlin. In the last 15 years or so, I watched a lot of Louis C.K. Watched a lot of Bill Burr stuff.
Dave
Chappelle, yes. I mean, he's not my kind of comedian, but I don't know. Was this movie forgettable? Yes, very much so. Was it offensive? Nah. It didn't go out of its way to tell me I'm stupid. You know?
It's kind of offensive to Southern people.
I mean, yeah. But then again, that's just because Larry the Cable Guy is offensive to Southern people.
But they love him. So, tell me how you battle with your drug addiction as being a crack baby living in a trailer.
I mean, it's tough.
Your parents
sometimes.
got divorced.
It's tough. Sometimes when I'm just doing normal stuff in life, like even when I'm doing the dishes or cleaning something, it's almost like I can taste the meth in the air.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard sometimes.
Yeah, I don't really understand. Do you know how Larry got his name?
No, I have no idea, actually.
So Larry the Cable Guy was just a small time stand-up comedian, and he started, he was working in Florida, and he started calling in, pretending to be a cable guy on this morning talk show on some random radio station. And he was just a frequent caller. He'd just do these little bits where he'd pretend to be a cable guy.
Yeah.
And that's how he got it.
They just called him Larry?
Yep.
Wow.
That's how they got Larry the Cable Guy. And he was just playing that character, and then kind of grew up from there and started doing stand-up as Larry the Cable Guy.
Isn't this dude just like one of the fucking luckiest dudes ever, though? Like, for real.
I mean, he kind of did hit the jackpot.
Fucking fell right off in it.
And, I mean, he hasn't been around in a while, but he's still making a shitload of money. He does cars, and he has like a couple businesses now and stuff. So yeah, he has like a studio, his own studio.
Dude, even if he never worked another day in his life, like the millions he stacked from the comedy tour,
mm-hmm.
I mean, he's never going to be broke.
No.
Ever.
No, he's good. I mean, he had a Comedy Central roast.
Yeah, he did. This dude is just the luckiest fucking dude I've ever seen in my life.
He was doing the comedian thing and struggling, I'm sure, and to make ends meet. But yeah, he kind of fell into it. But I don't know. What are you gonna do? I guess smoke meth. I don't know.
And so what you're saying is there's a particular individual that loves this kind of comedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so if you looked in what would definitely be their pickup truck,
mm-hmm.
By the way, I fucking loved his pickup truck in this movie.
Of course you did.
Goddamn.
Of course you did.
And it's like, oh my God, Dodge Square Body. Oh, I fucking love it. I think it has a 79 Dodge. I want one of those completely restored. But anyways, so the specific connoisseur of his comedy would definitely be a meth smoker, in your opinion?
I don't know. You think they like to get her done?
I mean, definitely. Definitely. Probably their southern regions might be, would you say, rising again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They definitely have a heritage banner, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. A big fan of monuments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And ex-presidents.
I'm just saying there's an audience for this entertainment.
It ain't me.
It ain't really me either. But that being said, this movie wasn't that bad.
If you like meth or being divorced as a kid or having divorced parents as a kid,
right,
you'll enjoy this movie.
Dude, if you grew up a little trailer baby,
yeah,
this is for you.
Show it to your kids.
If you can identify with Florida Man,
mm-hmm.
you're going to love this film.
Are we done?
Yeah, we've been done for a while. I tried to scoot you along 20 minutes ago, dude.
Well, you made me watch it. I'm fucking squeezing everything out I can get.
But overall, this movie wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. I don't think it's good. Don't get me wrong.
We'll get to the hate meter.
I mean, I give it about a 3. If it was offensive, it would be higher. But just being forgettable, it's only about a 3.
I'm just giving it a 5 because it's just generic.
And exactly.
Boring and not good.
Yeah, there's worse things that you can let your kids watch. There's worse Christmas films you can let your kids watch.
My kid's only watching the first Jingle All the Way.
Right. I'm just going to make my kids watch Die Hard and Gremlins.
Well, those are the Christmas classics.
$5 million. What a bargain. Are you good? You good? You look like you're dying on me.
Huh? Daydreaming about good movies.
Oh.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you next time. Make sure there's a... This has been another episode of Why I Hate This Movie, brought to you by the Misfits of Cinema podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and what was the other one?
Comment. Hit us up on the Facebooks. We do all the tweets.
All the tweets.
I know all the Twitters, all the Googles.
Yep. And don't do meth.
Don't do meth.
Bye.
Roll Tide.